Welcome back, everyone. Or Sarah, you muted. Okay, there we go. Welcome back, everyone, for our Members Matter meeting. So today we are here again in Harrisburg District Library in Harrisburg, Illinois. We have a few staff members who are able to join us in person, a lot through Zoom. We have a couple of guests with us here in person. So we're just going to go around the room and introduce who's here in the building, and then we will get started on updates. As you can see on the screen, we are going to be doing our Members Matters Live with Friends again. So go ahead and log in either with the QR code or with that link. So I'm Kate Kite, Continuing Education Coordinator with Illinois Heartland Library System. And next to me is...
Hi, I'm Ellen Poppett. I'm the Associate Director of the Library System, and it's lovely to have you all joining us this morning.
I'm Vicki Carr from South Macon Public Library.
I'm Sarah Taylor. I'm with IHLS.
I'm Matt Caspi. I'm with IHLS.
I'm Emily Bergman. I'm the new director here at Harrisburg District Library.
And I'm John Kirshner, the Share Member Engagement Specialist.
Excellent. And yeah, so go ahead and keep logging in for that Members Matter trivia. The trivia winner does get a prize. So, and then the first question this morning to everyone is, it will give people maybe another minute to report. Can you put the link in the chat? Go ahead and get started there. How's everyone feeling this morning? Oh, those of you in the room, you can play along too.
A couple people logging in too, so
Okay.
Yeah, people are
yeah, you can still join at the link in the top on the left.
Lots of people. Yeah, and these are just the warm-up questions. Okay, excellent. 4 out of 5. So most people are feeling good. It's Thursday. It's hopefully not going to storm real bad. Okay, so during each department's update, there will be a question or two for you to answer. So the first department update that we have is, next slide, the administration update provided by Ellen Poppett.
Everybody, I'm filling in for our Executive Director, Liz Pleasant-Bedner, who had to be involved in another meeting elsewhere, and she's very sorry she can't join us this morning. But I can give you a quick update on what's happening with the administrative department. Yesterday, the leadership team met with new board members who are coming into IHLS for the current fiscal year, beginning new terms. And so we met with our new board members, Michael Treese from the DuPont School District, and Matt Greibner, who's a trustee at the Effingham Public Library. And we all had time to spend time together and explain to those new board members what we do, what our departments do, who's involved, how we function. It's the first time we've done it in person. And it was a really nice way to spend that time together. So that was a great kickoff for our new fiscal year. The only new board member who was missing was Kim Dykstra. And Kim is part of the Riverton School District, so she joins us as a school library representative. You are probably, some of you are well aware that we're well into working on our annual report for FY 2024. Lots of work. This is a system task, an annual system task that truly takes the village. So system staff are busy writing, calculating, tabulating, doing all those things so we have accurate information to report to the Illinois State Library when we submit that report in September. And finally, at the administrative level, one of the biggest things going on is working on our strategic planning. It's been a long time since IHLS has had a new strategic plan, and we're really excited to start the process. This week, 2 focus groups were held for a group of public libraries who were invited to participate. That was those public library representatives with the consultant. There was no system staff there. It was just Cindy Festmeyer talking to the public libraries about things related to IHLS. There will be a general one, again, for those that pool of libraries that were included, but we're going to reach out to everybody with a survey that's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So really, from the bottom of our hearts, we're inviting you to complete that survey, because it's important to us to have as much input as we can gather as we craft this strategic plan. So stay tuned. You'll see it in the newsletter. You'll see it in all kinds of ways we can push things out to you. So we're excited about that. And then at the very end of this administrative update, I just put in a good plug for all of you to make sure you have purchased through whatever way is available to you a new copy of the administrative code. It's that teal book. It has the 2024 date on it, and you will need it for reference for your library administration. So please make sure you have one. Any questions for me? Okay, that's what I had, Kate.
Okay, thank you, Ellen. And now we have 2 questions for you out there. IHLS welcomed 3 new board members on July 10th. What is the total number of member-elected board members that sit on the IHLS board? 15, 10, 4, or we are all IHLS board members?
Another second.
The correct answer is 15. And then IHLS covers over 28,000 square miles. That's a larger area than how many US states? 5, 10, 3, or 7?
It's very
Second.
And will you click once more for the correct answer? It is 10. 10. So I did print out a list of the 10 states that are smaller than IHLS, just so everyone knows. West Virginia, Maryland, Hawaii, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Connecticut, Delaware, and Rhode Island are all smaller in square miles than Illinois Heartland Library System. And our next update is going to be provided through Zoom by Jill Trevino.
Great, thank you, Kate. I have just a short update today. Wanted to let you all know that the P-Law updates have been added to our website. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link to it in the chat. So that is the most recent revisions to the Paid Leave for All Workers Act. And then just wanted to reach out to everybody and let you know if you need any help navigating the world of HR, I am available for consulting. That is out there on our website and consult an expert. If you have an immediate need, please feel free to reach out to me via email and or calling me, because I know sometimes HR issues can be sensitive and urgent. So please leave me a message. I will get back to you as soon as possible. If I am not available, I am here to help you navigate all of the HR challenges that you may face in your libraries. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jill. And we have one human resource question for you all today. What Illinois employment law recently had multiple updates? Is that PA 103-100, the shelving limit law, paid leave for all workers, or sexual harassment prevention? A second. That is correct. It's the paid leave for all workers. And you can find that updated information in that link that Jill shared. So next up is our share update. We actually have two members of share giving updates. So the first one we're going to go to is Cassandra Thompson, who's joining us through Zoom.
Hi, good morning, everybody. So I wanted to pop in to just give an update. I know I had sent out an update yesterday in the share listserv, as well as to the IHLS directors list. I know that it has been a rough couple of weeks. We started seeing some changes with our access between Aspen and Polaris and Solus, which is our share mobile library app, and Polaris on or around July 1st. And so we've been trying to navigate that, of trying to figure out exactly why that's happening. And so we've been working really closely with Polaris, Aspen, our ePay provider, NCR, and the Share Mobile Library app, they've been working on it as well. So we are trying to get that resolved. We actually will have a meeting with them tomorrow as well to come up with a plan. And I know Brant, our IT team, Brant and Troy, they've been talking back and forth with them all day today as well, because I think we're narrowing in on a problem and possibly a solution. So more information will be updated as we have it available. We're also having this same issues with Verizon on the text messaging. We actually updated our catalog yesterday, because it's not, even though it's Verizon, Verizon owns a lot of the infrastructure that other carriers are using. So we just updated it to be a little bit more generic, so that, Xfinity customers will be aware that there might be a problem. If you've got a prepaid mobile that uses that network, those customers are aware there might be a problem if they're not getting their text messages. So that issue, one of the things that we are going to try to do is to resolve the issue by going to a third-party provider. Right now, we have been sending our text messages through an email server, and it basically, the carriers convert that to a text message once they receive it. Verizon has been throttling back how many messages we can send per day. And of course, we do such a large amount of volume that they're not all going through. And so with that, instead of sending it through an email server, we would actually be sending text messages through this third-party provider. And so we are trying to move quickly to get that resolved. And so the Share Finance and Policy Committee did actually ask that we move forward with that provider. We're going to try to get it to the IHLS Board of Trustees next week. We've also reached out to the Share Executive Council to get that approved. And so hopefully we will get that moving forward very quickly. So there will be a lot of updates from the Share team in the next coming days and weeks of just where we are on some of these issues that we're aware of, and then we're working really hard to get them resolved. So I wanted to jump in to just give everybody an update. If you have issues that you're seeing, I would really appreciate you go ahead and you can just email me of exactly what happened and when. It's helpful to know if the patron was using a specific service, like they were on the app or they were using the Aspen catalog, and this is what they saw. It's also helpful to know what time, because we're getting enhanced error logs, so we can actually track that history and see it not just from the Polaris side, you know, where we can all look in the online account, but also on the back end. Brant can actually, Brant and Troy, they can dig in on the back end into our servers and see, like, did that request through what's called the API, how did that fail? What was the error message? So we can get more details to send it over to the support teams that are working on this. So thank you all for your patience. I know it's been a difficult couple of weeks as we've got 2 major issues going on. So I appreciate everybody's patience. And I also really appreciate everybody who's been reaching out to let us know of these issues and what you're seeing, because that has been really helpful as we've been working to get this resolved. So that's all I had. I wanted to kind of pop in to tell everybody where we were with that. And then I'd like to turn it over. I know we introduced John last month. He's our new Share Member Engagement Specialist. So thank you so much, John. I will go ahead and turn it over for him to give the rest of the Share update.
Thank you, Cassie. So I'm John. I did kind of introduce myself last month, but I have about 5 years of experience, pretty much all of which have been frontline staff experience in public libraries. So I really encourage you all to reach out to me with any questions you have about Share. So either I can answer them or figure out who is best to answer them for you. So please feel free to email or call me, or however you would like to contact me. Telepathy, though, results may vary. So we're gonna start off with the Aspen update. So we have been working on getting the rest of our Aspen libraries live. In fact, cohort 4A has gone live this week. And in fact, we have been doing lots of trainings scheduled for cohort 4A for the month of July. And actually, the first customization training is today at 12:30. So if you are attending that training, you're probably going to have a pretty short lunch because it starts very soon. And then cohort 4B, which is our next group, they should be starting the launching process starting in the beginning of August. So if you are in cohort 4B, please look out for some contact information about that, and we will be providing like a step-by-step of how that's going to look. Share staff are still working on side loading MARC records into Aspen for some of the e-resources that aren't automatically integrated with it. That process has started. It does seem like it may be a pretty long process, so keep a lookout for information about that as we work through that. And then something else we would just like to put in people's minds is that Aspen does have a web builder that comes free with the service. We are working on looking into that and seeing what all it offers. So please keep a lookout for that information also in the coming months. So make sure to look at the Share newsletter, and that should have information when we get that all sorted out. Additionally, with Share, so we do have some committee openings. So both the Share Executive Council and the Share Bibliographic and Cataloging Standards Committee do have openings. So if you are interested, you can either visit the Share website to fill out an interest form, or you can reach out to Cassandra Thompson to express your interest in that. And we encourage people to apply and get interested in it. Also of importance, you may have noticed that Share admin staff have changed some of the staff permissions for public library staff, so that public library staff can no longer access school patron records. And we did this because of keeping privacy and confidentiality for those students. And also it mimics a similar permission change we made in the past to where school library staff users can only access patron records from their district. So kind of helping to maintain that privacy and also just cutting down on confusion with patron records. And then the last 2 things I have for you are about just a few changes that started this month. So the first one is that the cataloging fees for full and express cataloging, the new fees were effective July 1st. And that applies to any items that we received on or after that day. And then just a reminder, so effective also July 1st, all staff members have access to our cloud library software and those electronic resources. And if you have questions about cloud library or would like to add resources to it, you can reach out to us, specifically Danielle Beasley, but you can also just reach out to us and we can get you directed where you need to go. Is there anything I left out, Cassie?
John, I don't think so. That was great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, we're gonna go. We have 2 share questions. If you have any questions for John, you think about them, go ahead and put them in the chat. Let's get to them. Interlibrary loan is when a patron requests an item from another library and it is sent to their home library. Reciprocal borrowing is when a patron checks out an item at an Illinois public library, not their home library. True or false? And I'll read that one. That one, I was trying to break up the text on it and it was not letting me with slides with friends. Interlibrary loan is when a patron requests an item from another library and it is sent to their home library. Reciprocal borrowing is when a patron checks out an item at an Illinois public library that's not their home library. True or false?
Another second.
Correct, that is true. And then I think that I got on the next question, I got the wrong committee that you are looking for volunteers for.
Yes.
So I apologize for that, but sometimes Cher is looking for a volunteer to serve on the resources committee. How many times a year does the e-resources committee meet? Maybe next month it'll be bibliographic standards committee.
Hopefully not.
So twice a year, possible special meetings. Once a quarter, possible special meetings. Monthly possible special meetings, or only when a special meeting is needed.
Just another second.
It's well, twice a year, possible special meeting. And our next up is our communications update provided by Dr. Carol Hogan Downey, who is joining us through Zoom today.
All right, hi, thanks, Kate. And hi, everyone. I just have 3 little things. Honestly, most of them are repeated. Sorry. Most of them are repeating things that we've said in the newsletter, but I just like to make sure that you are all aware. The first, I'm going to screen share. Actually, I'll screen share for the next 2, if I may. Oh, I don't. Wait, yeah. Oh, I have to stop your screen sharing. Is that okay?
Yeah, we should, yeah. Sarah, that's okay. Stop it for a second.
Oh, yep.
Okay. All right, so the first is that we have this new lovely updated and consolidated page for the anti-book ban law. You can access that either by going to issues and then clicking on PA 103-0100 on book bans, or you can go to membership and right there. Either one takes you to the same place. The other thing is about the IHLS store. We have 2 new designs on there. this lovely free to parent, free to read design with our little state bird there, and libraries and justice for all design. I can stop my share now. And then the last thing is that we will be looking for an intern soon, or we'll be posting on our Paylocity portal, I believe. It's non-paid. It's you have to be in school and getting school credit for the internship. But we're looking for a communications intern. So if you know someone who would be good for that, keep your ears pricked. You know what I mean. All right, thank you. That's all we've got.
Thank you, Carol. And then Sarah, whenever you can, if you can share the screen, we've got 2 communications questions for everyone today. True or false? Members can submit stories about their libraries to the IHLS newsletter.
A second.
That is true. At the very bottom of the newsletter, there is a button there for you to submit stories from your libraries to be included in the newsletter. And then our next question is, how many new designs were added to the IHLS store this month? 32, 2, 15, or 1,200?
One more second.
Is 2. And next up is our delivery update provided by Colleen Dettenmeyer, who's joining us through Zoom today.
Yes, hello. Okay, in delivery, we're gearing up for our large delivery of our new style tubs here at the IHLS hub in Edwardsville. So we'll begin processing those tubs with our stickers, and once we have those ready to start the rollout, we expect to do that in the next month. So if you're a library that does not currently have those new style of the hard gray tubs, then stay tuned for an email from your delivery hub supervisor. We are planning on rolling these out at all 3 of our hubs. So like I said, if you're a library that doesn't currently have those, stay tuned. We will be getting to you. And we are planning to send out an email to each library the week prior to sending them to you, so you do kind of have a heads up that they're coming to you. And then we're asking all of our delivery staff just to kind of familiarize themselves with how to install those lids so that they can help demonstrate if you have questions about that. But then, of course, reach out to us too. But sometimes it's hard to convey that kind of stuff in text on an email. So sometimes a live demonstration is better. Okay, and then a lot of the other stuff is, like Carol had said, a repeat what was in that member connection yesterday, and it's all about the automated material handling system. So that recording has been posted from that special meeting on July the 10th, and I'll share the links to all of this stuff in the chat here in just a minute. So that's been posted, and you can find that on that L2 event as well. And then during that meeting, I asked libraries who might be considering borrowing the duplicators from IHLS to do the duplication at your own library, if you could fill out a short survey. It's 4 questions, just to kind of help us determine how many quantities of the different duplicators we should offer. We're planning to do 1 duplicator, 2 duplicators, or 4 duplicators. So filling that out would be very helpful to just let us know how many we should plan for each quantity. And then if you'd like to know how many rolls of free barcodes or resin ribbon we will send you, you can find that number of unique items that were sent through delivery on that portal that we have posted. There will be 3,500 barcodes per roll, and that will also then print 3,500 with the same number of resin ribbon. I've asked Stephanie Hunt just this morning to update that portal to kind of do that math for you, so you don't have to do the math on your end. And I think she's going to work on that hopefully right away. So then you won't have to kind of assume and do that math, dividing everything by 3,500 items. And then the group purchase details from BaseScan for the barcode duplicators and then any extra supplies have also been posted on our website. And so I'll click that, or I'll send that link as well. And then I wanted to give everyone just kind of a heads up that we are planning to send those intergovernmental agreements the week of July 29th, and those will be coming via DocuSign to the library director as it's listed in L2. So stay tuned for those and be on the lookout. Sometimes with DocuSign items, they go to spam. However, it will be kind of a similar process to that share annual agreement. So if you've been receiving those, hopefully you'll be able to receive this one too just fine. And we'll, of course, send out notification after we've sent that out, so you can take a look on your email for those. But I did kind of want to just give a heads up. We have not yet received our bulk purchase of the duplicators from BaseScan. And so until we receive those, we will not be able to start sending them out and loaning them. So we're hoping that they're going to arrive either the first or second week of August, but it all just kind of depends on when they get their shipment in. And then as long as they can get everything coded and programmed on their end to have the correct spacing and all of that on there, then they'll get those shipped as soon as possible. So stay tuned. And I guess at any time too, of course, reach out to me if you have questions about this process or any delivery questions, and I'll post my information here in the chat as well. I think that's it for me today. Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. Before we go to the questions, and I'm sorry for putting Stephanie on the spot, but Colleen mentioned Stephanie Hunt, who is a new member of the IHLS IT staff. And Stephanie, I think you're on the call. Would you mind unmuting or turn on your video and just kind of introducing yourself and what you do here at IHLS? And again, I apologize for putting you on the spot.
That's fine. Hello, everybody. So I'm Stephanie Hunt. I'm the new data analyst at IHLS. And yeah, I've been working on stuff for the barcode duplicators, all kinds of dashboards just to pull data for share members. So hopefully you'll find it useful.
Thank you, Stephanie. Yes, Stephanie is the creator of that portal with the delivery items that you can find how many items your library circulated last year. Really neat. I'm excited to see what other dashboards and portals we get about data. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and go to the 2 delivery questions. How will my library choose which barcode duplication option we want? And that's regarding the AMHS. A, sending an email to Colleen. B, signing an intergovernmental agreement, IGA, that comes via DocuSign later this month. C, a carrier pigeon, or D, a text message. Just so important.
One more second.
Okay, signing an intergovernmental agreement is the right answer. And then on an average day, approximately how many delivery tubs come into the Edwardsville hub? And I was realizing that I think that I accidentally forgot to uncheck an answer that was previously correct. So there are actually 2 answers for this one. So you have a 50% chance of, 50% chance of getting it right, but only one of them is the true correct answers.
One more second.
Yes, so it's actually 165, but 92 is another acceptable answer today. And then the last updates that we have are from the membership team, which the membership team is pretty much all here today. So I'm gonna turn it first over to Ellen Poppet for information she has to share.
And I don't have much, excuse me, information to share other than what we included in the admin thing, but I want to thank everybody who has reported their non-resident fees in L2. That's always the last project of the fiscal year. It comes right after certification. It's something many of us forget before we remember to take care of it. So thank you all for doing that. Sarah and I have worked on this project together for the last 2 years, and this year we're way ahead of where we typically have been. So we're very grateful for that. As I said before, you all know it's the beginning of our fiscal year. And so at the beginning of the fiscal year, we always look at our membership list, try and make sure they're clean and up to date. So we know we're very clear on who's out there and who we want to contact. One list we create at the beginning of every year as well is new library directors, who we can get out and see and visit with. And that's a real delight for Leah and Kate and I to do. So, expect, once you get to take a breath from summer reading, expect to see us knocking at your door soon. And I can turn that over to Kate for the CE part.
Yeah, we have a few events that are coming up. Next week on the 24th, we have partnered with Rails to bring a Making Your Website More Accessible with Laura Solomon from the Ohio Public Library Information Network. So this is, again, affects some very practical ways that you can bring your website into compliance without rebuilding from the ground up. And then Laura is also going to be our speaker at the August 3rd Thursday about social media trends and challenges. And the in-person will be at Lincoln Library in Springfield, Illinois. And then starting on August the 10th, there will be a monthly first Saturday of the month, I believe that's what it falls on. They're all in L2 of the iLead Trustee Training Portal workshops. So Leanne Furby will be holding those all through Zoom. They're all statewide, and it's Saturday morning, 9 to 10. First one starts August 10th, which would not be the first Saturday, it'd be second Saturday. And then on the 12th, we have our HR related webinar, Diversity in the Workplace. And so those are the events that are coming up between now and the next third Thursday. And then, of course, you all have your calendars marked for February 12th, 2025 for the Members Day. Oh, the places you'll grow. And we've been working very hard on that, not just the membership team, but communications, IT. It is truly a system-wide project helmed by Sarah Taylor, who herds all of us cats to make it the best day possible for our members. And then that's all I have. Sarah, do you have anything else to add?
Just about Member Day, we'll probably send early bird registration out around Halloween.
So be on the lookout for that. And we have 2 questions for everyone on membership today. What is the topic of next week's special webinar? Is it RA with AI? Bedazzling your library website? Making your JPEGs jump and PDFs pop? Or making your website more accessible?
We got really creative this month on our answers. One more second.
Excellent, it is making your website more accessible. But if you do want to see any of the other ones, let me know. Yeah. And then a public library is required to participate in the non-resident card program. True or false? Must have been reading. This was Sarah's, yeah, Sarah. It's on Sarah's mind.
One more second.
And the correct answer is false. You are not required to participate. However, you are required to report. Okay, so that is the end of our library related questions. So we decided to get wild this month and do one final trivia question that's not library related. So this is a cassowary. The cassowary is a large flightless bird native to northern Australia and New Guinea. It is often considered the world's most dangerous bird because of its large size. It's almost 6 feet tall, its aggressive behavior, urban habitat, and knife-like 5-inch long talons. Despite its reputation, the cassowary causes few human fatalities. What bird species is the deadliest, measured by direct human fatalities? Is it this guy, cassowary? Is it the cassowary? We were just messing with you. Is it the pigeon, an ostrich, or the emu? I don't know if I'd like to live in an urban habitat along with like a 6-foot tall bird. Things out.
Yeah, it's like.
You learn to live with them.
The one time a ferret came up on my porch.
We just another second.
Our area here, Carrier Mills in Flynn County had a bear.
Really?
Yes, last week, and I mean, our said, leave him alone, let him do bear things.
Okay. The correct answer is the ostrich. While the ostrich is much more docile than the cassowary, they exist in much larger numbers in sub-Saharan Africa, killing an estimated 2 to 3 people each year. And then an additional fun fact is a single kick from an ostrich can disembowel you.
Thanks.
Yeah. So that's your fun fact for the month. We know librarians love fun facts. We all do. So. Okay, so the leaderboard, let's 3rd place, Lisa, 2nd place, Jenna, and Erin for 1st place. Let's see. So congratulations to all of our players, and Erin and I will be in touch. You will get a special little prize for winning the trivia this month. So again, join us next month for that. I guess before we end the meeting, we want to go ahead and end the slideshow. Does anyone have any questions or anything that they would like to bring to the membership or the IHLS or share team? Any comments, questions before, because we got 15 minutes left for our allotted time. But we can end early, but we certainly want to give you all a chance to contribute any thoughts or questions you may have. Sarah, did anything come up in the chat? So there's no checking now.
Jace did give us an interesting fact that said, I'd like to note that emus are the only bird that have won a war.
Okay, that is.
Did I know that?
Yeah, we are learning new things every day.
Google.
Yes. Oh, we put the link in the chat. So everyone will be able to learn about the emu war.
And Colleen did post some links for the AMHS in the survey in the chat. That's all I'm seeing.
Yeah, and I would like to thank all of the IHLS and share staff who participate in this meeting. We have a hybrid of, some of us are here in person. We have people helping out, put things in the chat that are joining us through Zoom. And so I want to thank everyone for making this event a success, and all of our members for joining and participating and making it the success that it is. And I would very much look forward to seeing you next month. And before then, So, but we'll see you next month for the third Thursday. Again, that's 8:15. It's at Lincoln Library in Springfield. And our presenter will be Laura Solomon with the State of Social Media Trends and Challenges. So thank you all for joining us and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Kate.